Obviously, it's a neat opportunity for Coach Mingione and myself to go back to a place that we have really strong feelings for. We had 5 really neat years in Lexington, and we have the ultimate respect for the coaching staff. Gary Henderson's done a great job. You look at what he's done in the last really 6 years. He came to start, I think it was 3 years ago, with a chance to win the Southeastern Conference championship. He's been really close. Last year he had the Player of the Year in Division I baseball. They've had phenomenal draft picks. They've just done a great job. So they lost some folks off their club from last year, but they'll be very competitive. They'll have great arms, and they'll be able to score runs. I saw a score flash up yesterday during the course of the game, and I knew that they were down a bunch versus Ohio, and I also knew that they were going to score a bunch late in that ballgame because that's the way they're coached, and that's how they compete, especially when they're at home. They're a very difficult team to beat at home. The way that ballpark plays is very unique. I've always been told not to put the word very in front of unique because unique is unique. It doesn't have to be very unique, but it's a tough place to play. And weather always plays a factor there, be it good or bad. And I think our kids are excited about the opportunity to go on the road and have that experience. So, we're looking forward to it, and we're going to get to play a really good Kentucky team on the road.
2 years ago, you took a team up there that pitched pretty well, but made just 1 or 2 mislocations, and it cost it dearly.
Yeah, the other thing that happened when we were up there is, we pitched very, very well, played very, very well on Friday night. I can't remember the score, but and then we played a doubleheader, and we lost 2 one-run games and really hit some balls on the screws, but they were in the air. And if that wind's blowing out of the southwest, it's going to hold the ball in the ballpark. That's one thing a lot of people don't realize. They go in and they practice at Kentucky, and they hit a whole bunch of home runs at night when the wind's not blowing. And then they get in that situation in the afternoon where the wind's blowing out of the southwest, and it holds everything in the ballpark to the right side. So even though it's small in terms of dimensions, it can play a lot bigger than that. So you have to, again, you're not competing against an opponent. You're really competing against the game, the conditions that you're confronted with. So I think, hopefully our kids will be prepared for that.
Kind of jumping on that, Wes said last night, with the small ballpark, the guys just got to stay within themselves, not try to do too much with the short porch and everything.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what we're going to preach. That's we're going to have a great workout tomorrow, and we're going to play the game just like we're playing it at Duty No Field. You got to win with line drives and ground balls. You can't live on the fly ball no matter where you're playing. We have to pressure people with our feet offensively. We have to have great at-bats. When we have runners in scoring position, we have got to force the defense to make plays, and we're going to take good swings, just like everybody else in the country. But and on the mound, the only thing we're really lacking is throwing the ball in the strike zone a little bit more often, especially in the 8th inning. So, when we can accomplish that, I think we're a really good ball club.
When you play this many games at home to start the season, how much does it help your team to take that road trip and get away from Starkville and get a little change of scenery?
I think the kids are excited about going on the road and having that experience. I do like playing at home. Number one, it makes our season ticket holders, they get more bang for their dollar. I think the other thing it does is, we're not going to miss class. We're going to make really good grades as a team, as we have for, 7 consecutive semesters. I think that it gets us off to a really good start. When you're playing at home, the practice opportunities that you have by playing at home are more plentiful, just by the very nature of the way your schedule works out. So, I think it's a good thing for us. It'll probably be different in the future, but I felt like this is what this club needed for this year. But I do think our kids are looking forward to this opportunity to go on the road.
Looking at the matchups, do you still plan to stay with the same rotation at this point?
Yeah, we'll stay with the same rotation we did last weekend, pitching-wise. Lucas, I thought, pitched brilliantly. Last night he forced the baseball into the strike zone, forced contact. So I think we'll have him on schedule to pitch against Southern Miss next Tuesday and have him ready for that.
Have you seen a step up in competition between the bullpen guys this week?
Yeah, the arm only allows you to do so much. You can compete offensively a bunch. There's a ton you can do, but because you can fatigue the arm very quickly. The thing you're going to do with a lot of arms, you're going to do video work, you're going to communicate, and I think Gary Henderson at Kentucky does a really good job with that. I think Butch Thompson does that as well, or better than anybody in the entire country. So I think we've had a good week of preparation. We just, I think we're really a pitch here, pitch there away from, winning every single baseball game, which is what you want to be able to say. At the same time, you want to win more games than you've won. I think everybody in the league can say that. So, but I think this weekend presents a unique challenge, and I think our kids are excited about it.
You've only gotten one start from your All-SEC catcher, but you've really had a great showing from Josh Lovelady. How do you think he's performed in the first 23 games?
I couldn't be more excited about what Josh Lovelady's been able to do. And like every catcher, he's been banged up, and he's responded. I don't want to forget about the fact that Cody Walker went out there and I thought played a really good ball game last night for us as well. So if you have a good ball club, when somebody gets hurt, other people have to step forward, and I think that's happened. We'd love to have Collins in our lineup every day, especially as an offensive player, absolutely. But it's just not working out that way right now, so we have to adjust.